How common is it actually for men to wear belts on pants, jeans, trousers, whatever? Growing up, my mom always used to tell me that only men who are too fat or too skinny or too poor to buy fitting clothes would need belts on their jeans or whatever. But the older I get, the more I realize it doesn't actually matter if a new pair of pants is too loose. Since I can always use a belt, which I basically never did growing up. LMAO. I think your mother was mistaken. Nothing personal. A lot depends upon the manner in which a man dresses. For example, when men wear Western clothes as in cowboy, a belt is almost mandatory. Where are you going to put the buckle? There are also more formal and/or business attire that also requires a belt that complements the suit style and color. Lots of us don't really have hips and a defined waist. I need a belt unless they're elastic. Sweatpants are tighter than I wear my pants. Yeah, Gucci makes belt buckles because belts are for poor people. Jeans feel wrong without a belt. Like I'm half dressed. It was unheard of for a guy to not wear a belt when I was a kid. You were part of the cool kids if you had that braided belt that was too long and looped around the buckle. If the pants have belt loops, I'm wearing a belt. I'm in my 50s and NTO fat. I have worn a belt probably 99% of the time with both long and short pants for my whole life. It might not be necessary to keep them from falling off, but wearing a belt puts the pants in the right spot on my hips. The only pants I don't use belts for are pajamas and shorts with elastic waistbands. So basically pants I never wear in public. I always wear a belt, whether I need it to hold up my pants or not. When doing a lot of movement, belts help keep your pants from slipping down. Even nicely fitted pants aren't safe from it. That isn't true, lol. Everyone wears belts. Imagine how dumb a groom would look beltless on their wedding day. Your mom's logic. Rich. Fit someone in elastic waist Cookie Monster sweatpants. Poor. Fat someone in a custom-made tailored suit wearing a belt. I'm 23. Dress has always been my main way of convincing people I halfway have my shit together. I'm currently really skinny and I've also been overweight. I also have autism, and so I like clothes to fit the exact same. You will not catch me dead without a belt. To me, there are 3 things necessary to a comfortable style of dress: boots, belt, and tucked-in shirt. Tucked-in shirt can be thrown out for fashion. But why the fuck would I ever not wear a belt? Your pants fit perfectly every time, and I don't have to get shit perfectly tailored. I wear a belt always if I want to look good with pants. I think it always adds to a look. Like a watch or bracelet. It's not something that gives it away like what you mentioned. She sounds classist and judgmental AF. I've a whole lot of weight over the past year. Either I use a belt or buy all new pants. I already have a belt. If you have jeans, trousers, etc., you have belt. The only case that you don't have belt if you have suspenders. Nearly 100 of men in my professional office environment wear belts. Looks strange to wear dress slacks and button-up shirt with no belt. A belt ties everything together, even if no one sees it. Plus, it can serve as an emergency tourniquet. If I'm wearing pants with belt loops, I'm wearing a belt. Partly because it helps keep my pants up, and partly because I feel like it's just one of those minor touches that make you look more put together and dressed well, like a necklace or watch. Generally speaking, if I'm wearing any pants that have belt loops, I wear a belt. However, I usually wear sweatpants, so I don't wear belts very often simply because I don't wear pants with belt loops very often. My jeans fit fine for casual use, but I need a belt with the same pair if I'm bending and lifting at work. She is wrong. If you are wearing any pants more formal than jeans and it has belt loops, then you should wear a matching belt. I wear belts daily cause the size that fits is a bit too loose and the size below is way too tight. Obviously men always wear a belt. How else do you expect to one day create a makeshift whip or grappling hook like Indiana Jones when you need it? I think your mom don't know what she's talking about, LMAO. Extremely. Belts can be needed or at least an accessory piece. Men wear belts. Period. Children do not. Was a crazy battle with my wife to get her to agree that our 18-year-old son needs a belt. I always wear a belt. Don't need to, but I do. Unless you're buying expensive fitted clothes, you may need to use a belt. Even if you're in shape. Sizes vary depending upon the manufacturer. I've been both fat and skinny. I always wear a belt. I always wear a belt except when I'm wearing gym shorts or running pants. People who judge others, like your mom, tend to spout off a lot of nonsense. 47 Yogai here 100 of the time. I wear belts all the time, but I am definitely fat. Belt is a really critical part of business or smart dress. I'm not big on dressing up in suits and all that, but when I do, a belt is more important than a tie or pocket square, etc. It should also match your shoes in color. It provides some sectioning to your outfit like accent paint on walls, a frame on a painting, etc. Belts are excellent. You can also clip and strap things to them for utility. I don't know a single QTY not relationship status man who doesn't wear a belt, even if they don't need it to hold their pants up. It's like a necessary accessory. People wear them out of habit and to complete a look. Even for people need belts, as your pants will work themselves down when you're doing certain activities. IDK what your mother is talking about. I only don't wear belts as if I am wearing pants with an elastic waistband, i.e. sweatpants or gym shorts. Even if I don't need a belt, I wear one. Feels weird to wear pants without a belt. I just want to point out, if you tuck in your shirt for anything, whether it's church or for a suit, you look absolutely ridiculous the vast majority of the time without a belt. Considering people who tend to need to tuck in their shirts for their occupation are some of the highest possible earners. Your mom was so dead wrong, she couldn't have been further from the truth if she tried. Your mom was just too poor to buy you a belt. IDK how common it is, but my weight is always up or down a couple pounds over the course of a couple months. I'd rather have a belt I can adjust than have 3 different size identical pairs of jeans for every day. Yeah, she was wrong. I'm very fit and muscular and wear a belt. Your mom said that? Was she dating saggy hood boys? My ass is only slightly more defined than Hank Hill's. Because of this, I almost always have to wear a belt. Your mother was terribly wrong. Men should wear a belt anytime pants have belt loops. Unless they are wearing suspenders with a suit. Men should have multiple belts. They should somewhat match their footwear. Pants stretch and move as I do. So yes, I need a belt. Also, my waist size changes depending on whether I'm eating or drinking or with activity, so if I want my pants to stay up, yes, I wear a belt. I always wear belts. My husband dresses in a very put-together way and not fat, and he wears a belt 100 off the time. I think it completes the look. I'm wearing a belt right now with jeans. I wear my jeans for a couple days at a time, office job, so they stay relatively clean. By the end of the first day, they'll fall off if I don't have a belt on due to the material stretching. Belts are very useful, not only for when you buy oversized pants. You can have a gun holster attached, coin pouch, knife and using it as self-defense.